Alex is driving because he has his permit, and Dad and I both drank drinks at dinner.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Dougherty dozen. If you don't know who the Dougherty dozen are, they are a family of 14, mainly of foster adopted children, and Alicia, the mother, does various food shops and hauls and things like that. It is insanely tedious stuff. However, she does do some very dodgy things too, right? Safeguarding issues, which is why it's got a lot of people talking about it. And on this occasion, it is a very, very serious thing. I'm very much against people being reckless in vehicles. I think most people are. I hope most people are, because I see a vehicle, car and whatnot as like a lethal weapon, essentially. If you're not sensible in that vehicle, you shouldn't be in it, right? And on this occasion, it was Alicia, it was her birthday. They went out for a meal and they got drunk. Well, she got drunk, the husband got drunk, and they couldn't drive home, right? So on this occasion, they got their 16-year-old son, who has a junior learner's permit, to drive them home. However, earlier in the day, because this is, this is how stupid this is going to get now, right? Earlier in that same day, Alicia explained to us that Alex could not carry on his learning to drive because he has a broken thumb and his hand is out of action.
Alex has a broken thumb, so he has a cast on one hand, and once again, driving lessons are stalled.
Actually, I can still drive.
Yeah, we're not gonna be like going to practice parallel parking with you in one hand. Like, you're not ready for that.
Why not? I can just drive like this.
Yeah. No.
No.
Crashing your brand new Jeep.
So as I said, that night they went out for a meal and they got too drunk to drive home.
Alex is driving because he has his permit, and Dad and I both drank drinks at dinner.
No, 4.
Okay. The benefits of having a teen driver.
Don't talk about that. Oh, soon you'll have 2. James, you're never driving. Yeah, I am.
Can you believe he's going to be 16 in a couple months?
Yeah, he's
scary.
Yeah, I'm scared for you driving with him.
I'm gonna go in the middle because that's the safest place if a car crashes.
I know that child was joking about the car crashing, but the point is valid. Why would you get so drunk or just have so many drinks when you know you need to drive your children home in the evening? I mean, she's free to drink, it's her birthday and everything, but her husband doesn't need to drink. They know that they need to drive them home afterwards, and yet they still drink too much. Anyway, that's a social issue, but why would you rely on your 16-year-old who only has a junior permit to drive you home? Why would you put that on him? He has to drive you home, he has to drive his siblings home, his young siblings. It was undetermined how many were actually in the car when he drove, because I couldn't see it. Well, they didn't show it. On the way there, all the siblings were in the back of the van, so they're potentially all his siblings, but there certainly was a few of them, and he had that responsibility whilst his supervising driver was drunk. And that got me to thinking, is this a legal issue or is it just morally wrong? Right, so let's take a look at the legal aspect of this. Okay, so it wasn't clear whether this was what time of the evening it was, but this is a daytime driving laws for upstate New York junior driver license from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you have a junior license, you may drive in upstate New York without a supervising driver between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. There be no more than one passenger under the age of 21 unless the passengers are members of your immediate family. Now, this is where the grey area comes into it, because on the drive there to the restaurant, they had one of the boys' girlfriends who's not part of the immediate family. So if she was in the car on the way back, then that would make all this illegal, what they've done there. This is for between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. For driving between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m., so if this was after 9 p.m, it is also required that the person who supervises your driving be at least 21 and have a license valid for the vehicle you are driving. The only passenger in the front seat be your supervising driver. There be no more than one passenger under the age of 21 unless the passengers are members of your immediate family. And that is, again, the same issue there. If one of the boys' girlfriend was in the van on the way back, then that would make this illegal irrespective. But basically, after 9 p.m, you need to have a supervising driver. However, he did have the supervising driver, but she was drunk. Now, common sense would tell you that having a supervising driver who is drunk is pointless. It doesn't actually specify here, which is odd, but I did some digging and I found this is Abbagail's law, and it is a proposal set forth in 2011. Bill strengthens penalties against intoxicated supervising drivers. Announced that the New York State Senate has passed legislation aiming to increase safety for passengers and motorists across the state by significantly strengthening the penalties against supervising drivers who are intoxicated at the time the vehicle their designee, often a teen driver, is in an accident. Under this bill, supervising drivers under the influence of alcohol and or drugs may be charged with a Class A misdemeanor or a Class E felony in an aggravated case. Supervising drivers are defined as drivers supervising drivers with junior licenses and learner's permits. This bill comes out of the tragic death of 8-year-old Abbagail Buzard, who was in a vehicle operated by a teen driver under the supervision of her intoxicated father when a preventable accident occurred and took her life. On certain roadways or high-traffic intersections in Queens, such as Queens Boulevard, it is imperative that a supervising driver is cognitive and can react quickly to an inexperienced driver, what an inexperienced driver may be doing on the road. They can also provide a calming influence, especially during circumstances where there are many cars and pedestrians in the area. So this is a law which was brought into effect. I'm surprised it needed to be brought out as a specific law. It should be fairly common sense, but it was a tragic incident that happened that led them to do it. And this is what can happen, and this is why people need to be accountable and take proper steps to be good people and good parents. What Alicia did was not good parenting. Allowing her 16-year-old child to drive when she could not react to any, and it was about to have an accident. She could not react to help him. And they had little children in the back of the van. It really could not have been. I mean, and add to the fact that he had a broken thumb. His hand was out of action. I mean, what the hell was she thinking? Really, honestly. Now, on a separate safeguarding issue, this I came across, and it's just shocking. I'm in disbelief, right? They're doing an unboxing or mail opening exercise.
This is for Alex.
I'm scared. It's never a good sign.
No,
when
Alex
something-
does not get good mail.
I don't.
He usually gets prank mail.
Do you want me to look at it?
Is it fan mail? Is it prank mail?
Is it fan mail or is it prank mail? That should tell you so much, and yet it tells you nothing, right? If your child is getting sent regularly prank mail, which can't be from fans, he's getting horrible mail sent in the mail from random strangers, and yet she doesn't vet these things. Why is she passing this mail on to him at all? Why is she not reading it and then binning it without him knowing? Why does she need to give him the prank mail? The very fact that anybody would send her child prank mail just blows my mind. Why give an avenue to people to do that to your child? Unbelievable. So that's enough from Alicia and her crew today. If she does anything more like this, I'll cover it. Obviously, generally her vlogs are insanely boring. Like, insanely boring. They did like a 10-minute filming of them eating dinner tonight, not talking to the vlog, just filming the eating. It was I don't know how anybody can watch it, honestly. So that being said, please have a lovely day, please drive safe, everybody, and come back again. Please ignore my scatty brain. Please come back again, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.